Welcome to Norfolk State University's Safety and Active Assailant Response course.
At Norfolk State University, we hold a commitment to fostering a campus environment that prioritizes safety, inclusion, and respect for all members of our community. This course has been meticulously crafted to align with our core values, aiming to equip you with the essentials, knowledge, and skills needed to prevent and actively report instances of campus violence. As members of the Norfolk State University community, it is important for each of us to contribute to the creation of a secure and welcoming environment where every individual feels valued and protected. By undertaking this training, you are investing in your own preparedness, but also demonstrating your dedication to upholding the principles of safety at our institution. Throughout this course, you will delve into comprehensive strategies for identifying potential threats and sharing concerning situations with the appropriate entities. Our goal is not only to enhance your understanding of campus disturbances, but also to empower you to play an active role in supporting the prevention of occurrences and ensuring the well-being of all our community members. With education, awareness, and collective action, we can cultivate a campus culture that promotes peace, respect, and mutual support. Together, let us embrace our shared commitment to excellence in education and to maintain Norfolk State University's safety and security and culture of care.
The purpose of this training program is to provide you with the necessary knowledge and tools to prevent and address campus violence. As a part of our university community, it's crucial that we create an environment that is safe and inclusive for everyone, where every individual feels valued and protected.
Providing a safe and secure environment for all Spartans remains to be paramount in our campus community. The dedicated men and women of Norfolk State's law enforcement and security personnel strive daily to meet this challenge. Events across the country remind us that this challenge requires our attention and support. Students, faculty, staff, and law enforcement play significant roles in maintaining the safety in our Spartan community. Although researchers tell us that few active shooter events have occurred on college campuses, the likelihood increases daily. When such events have occurred, the results have been devastating. The training you are about to begin addresses options and methods to use in case an armed aggressor reaches our campus. If properly applied, lessons learned from this video could save lives. I challenge all Spartans to view the video and incorporate its principles into their daily lives and activities on and off campus. Our law enforcement professionals, emergency responders, professional counselors, medical staff, and faculty members are available to address any concerns or questions you may have to help ensure you remain Spartan safe and Spartan strong.
Throughout this journey, you'll navigate 2 fundamental modules. Module 1 will cover human trafficking, including warning signs to look for and response considerations if you witness or suspect it. Module 2 will cover active assailant response. In the rare event of extreme violence, preparedness is key. Module 1, Human Trafficking. Welcome to Module 1. Human trafficking is a global crisis that affects millions of people every year. It is a form of modern-day slavery, where individuals are exploited for labor, sex, or other forms of servitude. It is not just a problem overseas, it is happening in our communities and even on our college campuses. Traffickers prey on the vulnerable, and college students are no exception. They use coercion, fraud, and manipulation to control their victims. The impact is devastating, stripping individuals of their freedom, dignity, and human rights. This section of training is designed to equip everyone with the knowledge to recognize the signs of trafficking and the tools to respond effectively. Traffickers use a variety of tactics to lure people in. They often start with manipulation through stories, tales of romantic love or promises of good jobs and fair wages. These stories can raise red flags. For instance, be wary of an employer who refuses to provide a contract, especially if it's in a language you can't read or someone who charges fees just for a job opportunity. Other warning signs include a sudden increase in gifts or money, relationships that progress unusually quickly, especially if there's a significant age or financial difference, and someone frequently running away to stay with a non-guardian. Pay attention to these situations, as they could be indications that someone is being groomed for trafficking. Understanding these vulnerabilities and tactics is the first step in preventing trafficking. Be on the lookout for individuals who appear fearful, submissive, or anxious. They may avoid eye contact, have unexplained injuries, or be unable to speak for themselves. Stay informed, trust your instincts, and never hesitate to reach out if something feels wrong. Together, we can protect those at risk and bring traffickers to justice. If you suspect someone is a victim, report it to the Norfolk State University Police Department or contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Call 1-888-373-7888, TTY 711. Text 233-733, or chat through the website humantraffickinghotline.org. Your vigilance could be the key to someone's freedom. At Norfolk State University, supporting survivors is crucial. Getting the resources needed to help victims is more important than ever. These resources include access to counseling, legal aid, and safe housing. Everyone on campus can play a role, whether by participating in training, volunteering, or spreading awareness. Human trafficking is a crime that thrives in the shadows, but with Virginia's new law, we're bringing it to light on our college campuses. Be informed, be vigilant, and most importantly, be a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. Join us in the fight against human trafficking. Your actions can make a difference. Module 2. Active Assailant Response. What if things escalate? How would you respond if violence erupted? Would you be able to react, or would fear paralyze you? This section will shift the focus to examine the options available in case of an extreme violent event, such as an active assailant. Active assailants can take many forms. Some use firearms, knives, vehicles, or explosives. These events are often over in just a few minutes before help can arrive. But as dangerous as these situations are, there are things you can do to maximize your chances of survival. When violence erupts, individuals are in the extreme danger gap, the time between the onset of violence and the arrival of first responders. Here, you become an immediate responder and must take ownership of your well-being. While in the extreme danger gap, any action you do or do not take will affect your safety and security. At the onset of violence, it's typical for those who haven't received training to become frozen, overcome by fear. Trained individuals often have the same initial reaction, but can work through the shock and begin recalling their options. Being able to respond with purpose begins long before the onset of violence. Using situational awareness can help you prepare for an emergency and react faster. The earlier you detect a situation is unfolding, the more time you have to determine your response strategy. If you hear or see something that appears out of place, first figure out what's happening. Trust your instincts. Your intuition may be your first indicator that something's not right. Have you heard the similarity between a car backfiring and gunshots? Have you seen something concerning, like a suspicious backpack, and convinced yourself it's nothing? Believe what you see and hear. If you see people running, smell smoke or chemicals, hear gunshots, or a speeding vehicle where it shouldn't be, don't wait for confirmation or reaction from others. If something happens, you're inside the extreme danger gap, and the time to respond is now. Your actions must be immediate if you're inside the extreme danger gap. You have 3 primary options in these situations: run, hide, or fight. Use your situational awareness to determine which is best, and know that you may need to use more than one option. It's essential to constantly assess your environment to determine the best course of action, as your surroundings may impact how you prioritize your options. The best way to survive extreme violence is not to be where the violence is. If you can, try to get as far away from the threat as possible. Leave your belongings behind. If someone near you needs medical care or has disabilities, help where you can. Try to keep physical barriers between you and the threat as you evade. Once safe, call 911 and/or NSU Police at 757-823-9000 to let authorities know what is happening. To sign up for our emergency alert program, Rave Alert, visit our website, www.nsu.edu. Click on Our Campus, Our Home, and then the Security, Safety, and Parking tab. In some cases, the threat may be between you and your path to safety. In these situations, another option is to hide. The objective is to get out of their sight and prevent their ability to access you. If possible, look for areas that can provide protection from projectiles. If you're hiding in a room, barricade the doors with anything available to prevent the assailant from entering. Cover up the windows and turn off the lights. Be sure to silence your phone if you have one, and remain as quiet as possible. If you're with others, resist the urge to huddle together. Instead, spread out and devise a plan to work as a team to overcome the threat if necessary. During the event, focus on survival and continuously assess and adjust actions accordingly. It is possible for an assailant to enter your immediate vicinity and confront you directly. You should assume that their intentions are lethal and their presence is a threat to your life. In such a case, you may decide your best option for survival is to fight and defend yourself. This may sound impossible, but the truth is many assailants have been stopped by immediate responders just like you, acting to end the violence. To do this, you need to give yourself a mental permission slip to act more aggressively than you ever thought possible. Total commitment and absolute resolve are crucial. If you are with other people, work together as a team. Use any objects that are available to help defend yourselves. Your objective is to take the attacker down to the ground and control their hands. By doing this, you will be able to disarm them and remove any weapons they may have. But remember, do not pick up the weapon to avoid being seen as a threat to first responders. Once help arrives, the extreme danger gap ends, but the threat persists until the violence is completely stopped. It is crucial to keep in mind that the first responders may not be able to identify whether you pose a threat. So always keep your hands visible and spread your fingers to show you are not holding a weapon. Don't make sudden movements or react in a way that can be perceived as threatening. Immediately comply with their instructions. Be prepared to tell them calmly, quickly, and accurately what they need to know to help locate the threat and end the violence. You have a powerful role in creating a safe campus environment. Utilize the concepts presented in this program to build a proactive strategy and increase your confidence in your safety and security. Don't leave your safety and security to chance. You're empowered to be a critical stakeholder in a safe campus environment, one that's free from intimidation and violence. Tune into the world around you. Apply situational awareness in your day-to-day life and act early and often to prevent situations from escalating. Remember, you can make a difference. Congratulations! You've successfully completed Norfolk State University's Safety and Active Assailant Response course.